To meet my online boyfriend for the first time. Final part. But I could see his silhouette. He was tall and broad-shouldered, with a lean waist. Was he one of those guys with a great body but a face you wouldn't look twice at? I didn't believe for a second that Not a Nugget actually looked like those model photos. If he did, why would he date me? The person holding the flower seemed to grow anxious, peeking out from behind the roses, his eyes searching the crowd frantically. My jaw literally dropped. Holy crap, he looked exactly like his photos. In fact, he was even more handsome in person. Not a Nugget wasn't a catfish. A few girls nearby were already whispering and pointing at him, blushing. I walked up to him, my emotions in chaos. Are you? I expected him to look surprised when he saw my face, but instead, he frowned. Can I help you? He asked coldly. I tilted my head, pulling out my phone. Who are you waiting for? Want to exchange Snapchats? He looked even more annoyed now. I'm waiting for my girlfriend. No, I was stunned. Ever since I lost weight, no guy had ever treated me with such icy indifference. Wait, does he actually have a fat fetish and hate pretty girls? Seeing that I wasn't leaving, he sighed impatiently. Could you please move? My girlfriend is going to be here any minute. I let out a helpless laugh. Nugget, it's me. Pumpkin. What Nugget? Pump. He choked on his words, his eyes scanning me from head to toe. His eyes nearly popped out of his head. You? Pumpkin? No way. Absolutely no way. Don't you look like? Aren't you? Weren't I super fat and ugly? I finished his sentence for him, explaining, I lost weight. Or do you actually have a fat fetish and only like ugly girls? The guy who had been cold and annoyed a second ago turned bright red in an instant. No, I don't. I mean, you were really cute before too. You weren't ugly. So am I cute now? I suddenly found his flustered reaction adorable. Yes, I mean, you're cute now too. You're gorgeous. I just didn't expect this. He frantically shoved the massive bouquet into my arms. It was so heavy that I stumbled back a step. He panicked and immediately reached out to steady me. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I burst out laughing. Didn't you say you were going to take me out for good food when we met? Let's go. Ethan was exactly like his online persona. Despite being ridiculously handsome, he didn't have any of the typical arrogant pretty boy attitude. He was incredibly sweet, gentle, and attentive the entire day. I found out his real name was Ethan Brooks, and he was also an incoming freshman at our university. Although we had different majors, we were on the same campus. He took me to an upscale restaurant, pulling out my chair and cutting my steak for me, blushing so hard he barely dared to look me in the eye. He spent the whole afternoon taking me around the city, and when he finally dropped me off at the restaurant for the freshman pre-party, he looked at me reluctantly. Text me when it's over. I'll come pick you up. The restaurant they chose was packed. As I approached the private dining room, I could hear voices echoing from inside. Is everyone here? Not yet. Chloe Sterling hasn't shown up. Chloe? You mean the fat girl who catfished Carter? Someone sneered. She's probably too chicken to show up. Duh. If she saw our queen Haley, she'd die of embarrassment. Girls like her only dare to catfish guys online. Nobody would look at her twice. Haley joined in the laughter, leaning her head against Carter's shoulder. Don't be so mean, guys. Being ugly isn't her fault. Just as I was about to walk in, a slightly plump girl beat me to it and stepped into the room. The room went dead silent for a second, and then everyone started exchanging smirks. Well, if it isn't Chloe, you sure take your sweet time making an entrance. You look exactly like Carter described. Have a seat. Wait, do we need to pull up 2 chairs for you? Will one be enough? The room erupted into loud laughter. Carter draped his arm around Haley's shoulders, a smug, mocking smirk playing on his lips. The girl looked at them like they were crazy, then calmly started unloading dishes from the food cart outside onto the table. She was just a waitress. The laughter in the room instantly died, replaced by awkward silence. That was when I pushed the door open and stepped inside. The room fell into a suffocating silence. Every single eye locked onto me. A guy with a buzz cut froze, his beer glass suspended in mid